And we are live. And this is a bit of an impromptu live stream, as many of my live streams are. Really had nothing planned for this evening, so I figured I would do a little bit of gaming. Just keeps things interesting here on the channel. My video output sometimes can be rather high. I do a lot of distro reviews, a lot of serious topics, and I've really been kind of taking it a little easier in the last week or two. Still making a lot of videos, but backed off a little bit. For example, this evening I had quite a bit of free time, and most days I have a few hours of free time. I try to make some kind of video, a distro review or some kind of tutorial, something educational, something fun, something Linux related. And, today I just wanted to take a day off, do nothing serious, nothing that could be considered work. So that's why in this live stream here, this isn't work. I have Serious Sam 3 BFE. I actually purchased this game a couple of years back. Played it very little, didn't play it a whole lot, don't know too much about it. I'm not exactly sure why I bought Serious Sam 3 when I bought it a couple of years ago. It may have been for like one of my nieces or nephews or something to play, at my place. But anyways, pretty cool game. I played it, I don't know, for a week or two, off and on for a little bit, for a couple of weeks, a couple of years ago. I don't know much about the game. So I'm gonna suck pretty bad at the game. But again, this is just, a night off for me. I'm just sitting at the house. I figured, I would relax. But if you guys find this interesting, I figured, well, I'll click the start stream button. Let's see what happens. Okay. Alright, we've got a few people already joining the chat here. Let's see. Lamer. Lamer's in the house. He's just on time, yeah. Ron Lee is also in the chat. iCubic, Mr. F. Let's see, iCubic. I just submitted a bug report for a package I use all the time. That feels really good. Very cool. Yeah, Ron Lee's asking what package that would be. I'd be interested to know that too. Ansem. Hello all. Ansem, good to see you. Yeah, Lamer mentions any DT stream is always an amazing stream. We'll see. Let's see. It's an Emacs package. Okay. Latest issue bug report for which key? Not an Emacs user myself. Never attempted to really learn Emacs. Of course, I'm not really an Emacs kind of guy as far as I'm not a developer or anything. I like Vim. I mean, I can use Vim. But even Vim, is a little more than what I need for a text editor, since I'm not really a programmer. Yeah, by Emacs package, you mean it's an Emacs plugin. Pretty cool stuff, though. Alright, so let me see if I can fire up Steam here. Serious Sam 3 BFE. Now, the last couple of times I've done some gaming on the channel, I've tried to stick with free and open source games. I did Zero AD, which was a fantastic game. Really liked that. And, I played it, I installed it and played it the one time on the live stream, but I actually did attempt to play it after that stream one other time, on my own free time, even though I'm not a gamer. I tried to play it again. The AI in that game is tough to beat. The computer completely raped me. But Zero AD, great game, free and open source game. I'm really glad I got to share that with you guys. A couple of weeks ago, I shared Battle of Westnoth with you guys. Another fantastic free and open source game. Serious Sam 3 is not a free and open source game. This is very much proprietary. It's not free. Not free as in gratis. Not free as in Libre. And it's not open source. It's closed source. Alright. As a matter of fact, I can tell you, it's still, Steam remembers how many hours of this game I've played. I've played a total of 3 hours of this game. And again, that 3 hours I played of this game was like 2 years ago. So I bought this game and really didn't play it much. Again, I don't really remember why I even bothered purchasing the game. Maybe I got a good deal on it. Maybe they were running a sale on it. Maybe I bought it for, like I said, some of my nieces or nephews or something to play. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and launch it. I'm not exactly sure how well this is going to play as far as will I be able to escape my mouse and go back to like OBS or to Firefox and, you know, scroll back through the chat. Not sure if the game is going to, you know, lock up my keyboard and mouse. So if you guys ask something in the chat and I can't scroll back to see it, you know, no offense, but if you ask something and I don't see it right away, just ask it a second time. And while this little intro is playing, how is the game audio? I don't want the game audio real loud, but I want you guys to hear it a little bit.
Having bled Earth dry, mankind was on the verge of collapse. Then a...
Alright. So I'm going to play single player. We'll do campaign. We'll do BFE. Apparently they do have another one, Serious Sam, Jewel of the Nile. I'd have to purchase that one. I already have purchased BFE and I've never really played it that much. Again, maybe 3 hours of gameplay according to Steam. So, alright, so episodes. Looks like I didn't get very far in the game the 3 hours I played it. So I'll just start at the beginning again. Alright, choose difficulty. Do we want to do tourist, easy, normal, hard, serious? The default is normal. Even though I'm pretty much a noob at this game, I'm going to go ahead and attempt the normal level. I'm not going to cheat and go easy. Carlos, you've never heard of this game? This was a pretty big game a few years back. It's not a brand new game. It's been around for a little bit, but yeah, it's Serious Sam was a pretty big title. Yeah, Lamer put the game in window mode to exit out of the window. Now I can't escape the mouse right now. I can actually get out of the window and come back to OBS or to Firefox or whatever I need. So if that's the case in this screen, I think while I'm playing, let me see. It'll probably capture the mouse while I'm actually in the game, because obviously they don't want you escaping when you're moving the mouse around in the first-person shooter. That would be very annoying, so I'm sure it's going to capture my mouse. But if I think I can escape and get back to that menu, then it frees my mouse, I think. Yeah, go serious. It's in the title. Okay, never mind. I think I just missed the gaming season.
Surface scanning on. Activity nominal. What? I'm
not gonna watch the trailer, you guys. I don't know if you would really be interested in watching this trailer, but I'm just gonna go ahead and start. I'm sure we'll figure out the story as we go. Alright, looks like I'm drunk or woozy or something. Okay.
Let's hope they can read a map.
The helicopter's going down. Alright, so I'm on a rooftop here. Not exactly sure what I'm supposed to be doing, but...
Shit!
Oh, whoa. What the heck am I supposed to be doing here?
You ought to be more careful. You'll put an eye out.
Okay, so I didn't have a weapon to start the game. I guess the only thing you could do was reach out and grab this guy's eyeball. Now I throw it. Okay. Alright, is there any kind of weapon? I mean... I will say one thing. The mouse sensitivity, by default in this game, is really sensitive. I mean, just the slightest movement moves me around a little too much. Okay. turn the game sound down a little. Okay, that's cool. This gives me a chance to practice escaping the mouse out of the window. So if I can come back to the menu, yeah, now I can. Yep, that works. So I'm going to turn the desktop audio down here. Alright. Do I have an unlimited health bar? No, I think I started with 50 health and now I'm at 26. You see the little heart meter thing? Okay. Now we need to figure out where we're supposed to go in this game. Okay. Got a sledgehammer. Alright. What can I do with the sledgehammer? I can just beat on stuff. Okay. The mouse sensitivity is really bugging me. I mean, this is way too sensitive. You know what? Since I'm not very far in the game, I'm gonna see if there's some options to keyboard and mouse. Let's see. Mouse sensitivity. Yeah, let's turn this quite a bit down. Because it was just, I mean, it was very hard to control. Yeah, now that's a little better. Alright, so this is where I started, but where am I supposed to be going here? I mean, guess I could try to jump off the building, but that doesn't seem very smart, because in a lot of first-person shooter kind of games, big falls usually kill you. Oh, I see where I'm supposed to go. I have the sledgehammer. Okay.
Give me some skulls and one of these, and it's a party.
Alright.
Stone, it's Quinn. We picked up a mayday from Miller. Give me a sit rep.
The chopper's foobarred. I ended up a few blocks away. I'm gonna rendezvous Alpha now.
Stone, how many times do I have to tell you to wear your seatbelt?
Eat me, Rodriguez. What's your 20?
We're in front of the museum.
Yeah, some colorful language in the game.
Where the hell are you?
Stay put. I'm on my way.
Roger
Hopefully
that.
this doesn't get us demonetized. This was a pretty long staircase here I had to go down. Let's see. Of course, we're about to get it back out onto the street here. Alright, anybody else in the chat here? Let's see. Yeah, you missed the health bar. Does this game support Linux? Are you using Wine? No, this is Steam, Linux. It has a Linux client. So, Sirius Sam 3 runs perfect on Steam, and even though I'm only using it in one monitor, because, you know, for my videos I only record one of my 3 monitors, the game actually supports a triple monitor system. I can have this game open up and be, you know, what the resolution instead of 1920 by 1080 be 5760 or whatever it is by 1080, and it looks really good on a triple monitor system. So anyway, I just opened a beverage here to sip on before I sit down for this game. Tonight's beverage, by the way, is Yingling Black and Tan. Pretty cool beer. A Black and Tan is a mixture of 2 different beers. It's a mixture of a porter style beer and a lighter kind of beer, a lager or an ale. Yeah, Lamer mentions, wow, a game with amazing graphics and, yeah, supports Linux. Yeah, really cool game. Alright, so I'm going to get back in the game, and this game, I may ignore the chat for a little bit because I'm not really sure what I'm going to be stepping into here. Okay. Let's see. Okay, got that guy. We had to time that just right. I'm not exactly sure how I know which direction to go. I mean, where did that chopper crash? You would think the game would tell me, you know, give me some kind of clue. Wow, you see?
What are you looking at?
Wow, that is a really big monster. Well, that was a health +1. So the little red things. Okay. More health. No. Of course, I got all that health and then got attacked and lost it all. And then some. I'm not doing very good with this game early on. Okay. SB CEO, you're drinking orange juice. Yeah. Mr. GoF, cheers. Got me a brewski too. One hit, one kill. Yeah. Just time it right and boom. Oh, I missed him. That's not good. Wow. Not doing good. By the way, I don't know if it picks up on my microphone, but there is a really bad storm outside right now. A lot of thunder. If the stream dies suddenly, you guys might know why. You know, it might be a loss of internet or even a loss of power. Alright, see more health over here. Okay, we're getting pretty good with the sledgehammer now. I think we figured it out. Anything in the boxes? Keep hearing like a monster growl. I keep thinking something's about to attack me, but I can't figure out where he's at. Anyway, we're getting a little bit more health, but we're still really low. When we started the game with 50 health, now we're down to 15. Alright. Really good graphics on this game, too. Lamer was right. This game, as far as the graphics, gorgeous graphics. I really wish I knew what direction I was supposed to be going in. I mean, I'm pretty sure. I mean, is there anywhere else to go here? Did I go through the wall?
Stone, come in. Where are
Okay,
you?
yeah,
Rodriguez,
that's
I told
it.
you, I'll be there in a minute.
It's Jones. Rodriguez took. Oh, Jesus Christ!
Oh, shit.
Okay, whoever just called me on that radio apparently just got killed by something. So I guess I need to hurry up. Where do I go from here? Am I missing something here? Okay, can't bust down any of that. Okay, here we go. Alright. We're back in the action here. Uh-oh, we got a guy with a gun, and I've got a sledgehammer. Wow.
Smashing.
Okay. Anyway, the game has been interesting so far. Take a sip of my beverage. Catch up on the chat here. Alright, one hit, one kill. Yeah, the sledgehammer, although it's not that interesting of a weapon. I can't wait till I actually get a gun or, you know, something cool. Babbler. Hello, how is everybody here? How are you, Babbler? Good to see you. It's been a nice Victoria day. Hey everyone, please give this stream a like if you haven't already. Appreciate that, Lamer. And it's good to always remind folks to thumbs up, you know, any show you like, any live stream, because it does help. It helps you rank better on things like YouTube and Google. Helps with the search algorithms. The more it's liked, the more comments you give. You know, it makes your videos rank better. Alright. Yeah, Jeff is in the house. Is this running in Linux? It is. This is Sirius Sam 3 running in Linux. I only run Linux, so you guys never have to worry, am I running Windows or Mac or anything. I haven't run Windows in a decade. I've never owned a Mac. I only run Linux. I live in Linux. Windows doesn't exist to me, so. Matt King, when you going on the Lunduke show? I don't know. I've talked to Brian a little bit. We've talked a little bit. Maybe, maybe not. I'm not sure. We can find some time. I might Might take him up on his offer. Of course, he might do my show. I don't know. He's offered. I don't know. Not sure, you know, if it's something we need to discuss. I mean, obviously, the big thing to discuss would be his move to Patreon. So, but for the most part, I said, you know, I pretty much put my thoughts out there in that 20-minute rant video of mine. I really didn't like making that video either, because I actually, you know, have a lot of respect for Brian. He's a cool guy. Hate being negative. Mr. Go F Yourself. Cool game so far. Yes, it is. Ben Fitzpatrick. He says, hey. Hey, Ben. Alright, you should make a series on this game, DT. That's if you want to do that. Probably not something I'd do, but it is a cool game. Maybe. Let's see. Any idea of when you can get your hands on the DistroTube supporter t-shirt? I'm glad you mentioned that. Mr. F Yourself. I think I put links in the stream description. Just for you. Actually, not just for you. Everybody in the chat, you want a DistroTube shirt. It's not going to be this exact shirt because this is one of the first ones I ordered from a different company than the one I'm going to use. And it's an okay shirt. It's a comfortable shirt. I didn't like how the logo printed. I ended up going with t-shirts over on Teespring. You guys have seen me wear that shirt though, because sometimes I am wearing a DT t-shirt rather than the collared shirt. But anyway, I've got a link to the shirt, link to the coffee mug too. So I've had people asking me about that because I've been playing around with the idea of doing the mugs and the t-shirts for a while. I've ordered mugs and t-shirts from various companies. And you guys see me wearing, I've been wearing the shirt, for example, for probably over a month on the channel. You know, not all the time, but people keep asking me, where can I get this shirt? And there you go. Alright. Yeah, Ben Fitzpatrick. I'm fine installing on Gen 2 or Awesome Window Manager and Arco Linux. Huh. That's very cool. Let's see. Yeah, Ben, you're upset about Brian offering his long podcast to Patreon. Yeah. You know what? He'll probably tweak things a little bit. I bet he starts doing a little bit of stuff on YouTube again. You know, maybe once a week doing a show, or maybe occasionally doing like a live stream or something. He's probably not going to completely shut off YouTube the way he did initially. He'll probably tweak it a little bit. I bet he does. He has been known to change his mind on things in the past. So. Yeah, Mr. F, you can't afford Patreon, but I can afford a t-shirt. Very cool. Also, people have been asking me about Patreon. You know, Patreon. Not everybody likes to use it. People have told me about this Libera Pay, which I really didn't know anything about. Apparently, it's where you can pay anonymously. You can donate anonymously to people. Where on Patreon, you can't be anonymous. So I have set up links to that particular site for those that would wish to donate to my channel anonymously. Alright. Now that we've got some of that out there, let's get back to the game. One more sip of the Yingling Black and Tan. Alright. So, now I'm trying to remember which direction I came from. I think I need to go this direction because I see those red health potions ahead, so I know I haven't been this way. Oh, that was a plus 10. Very cool. Wow, what's going on here? Wow, that spaceship just leveled that building. What's it doing now? Anyway, another plus 10 health. I'm assuming I need to head that way. I still only have a sledgehammer, and oh my goodness. I have 1 health point left. Alright. Surely I'm not supposed to walk around with a sledgehammer forever. There's got to be something else for me to get here. Alright. Got him. Ooh, alright. Alright, game over. Press fire to load the last saved game. Where does the last saved game start, though? Please tell me it doesn't start at the beginning. And it does. That's unfortunate. Back to the chat for a second. Alright. How is the stream acting tonight? Is it a stuttering any? The stream health, it says it's good on YouTube, but yeah, you should be able to take that one guy gun. I don't know. That was a bit intense with 1 health point. Yeah. Alright. Let's see. That dodge. You know what? Did I have other points saved from when I played for 3 hours 2 years ago? Summer in Cairo. Wonder if these start me any further in the game. No. Load game. How about just stop the game? We're nowhere in this game anyway. We're still at the beginning. Campaign. Okay, so apparently I've gotten all the way to Into the Spider's Nest. Let's check this one out. Only seen 1 glitch flash the whole stream so far. Cool. Yeah, I did notice something happened there just for a brief second. Early in the stream. Matt mentions the stream looks good in Texas. Very cool. Anyway. I have no idea what Into the Spider's Nest is going to be. Oh great, we have a gun.
I missed the party.
So we've already got a gun at this point. And we are in the dark. Okay, let's just start going somewhere. See where we go.
Sam, I raised Stein. He's up on the 2nd floor. Sounds like he found the hieroglyphs he was looking for and got his photos. He's refusing to upload the photos remotely. Says we'll get the photos when we get him.
All right.
Little Nelly to sit tight. Daddy's on the way.
Okay,
Roger
so
that.
apparently we're still trying to find our people from earlier. Okay, there was a little stutter there actually in the game. That wasn't the stream. That was actually the game itself. Kind of paused for a second as we transitioned scenes here, I guess. Okay. Not exactly sure where we're going here. Okay, it looks like we've been through here though, because everything's dead. A lot of body parts and stuff. Probably going the wrong way. And the guy's singing or something here. I probably should go back the way I came, because I've obviously been through here. We need to go back into the dark here. You know what? There's signs on the wall. I bet that's telling me where to go. It's telling me to go that way? Yeah, Matt King, that was the Spider-Man theme song. And, well, I think that's the only thing I can do is actually just get out of all of this here in the dark, because I don't think there's anywhere else to go. I'm really not sure. Well, this is not very exciting if there's nothing to shoot. Anyway, I'm gonna have another sip of my beverage. Okay, well, at least we found something to shoot. Oh, okay. What did he do? Hatch out of the egg? Oh, dang. Backwards. Reload. Dang. Okay. So these things were eggs here. Wow. At least I've got plenty of health, though. I still got 58 health. It's kind of like the movie Alien, you know, something just busted out. Oh, okay, I can shoot them just to make them hatch, I guess. Okay. I guess I should just go ahead and take care of them. Uh-oh. Oh, we got a lot of them. All right. It's buffering a little bit. I'm only streaming in 720 tonight because this game, of course, has some pretty serious graphics. But I think, you know, my video card and everything should handle a 720 stream. As long as, like, nobody else is on my network, on my Wi-Fi. But I think it's just me on it right now, so. Is this the same? Yeah, this is the same place I was before. I thought I went a different direction. I think I got turned around. Alright, new stuff. Alright, got that guy. Ooh, a bigger bad guy. Oh, and out of bullets. Oh, he spit goo at me. Oh my goodness. Okay. So we actually found some pretty serious bad guys now. That guy like spit some venom or some slime at me, the big spider. Ooh, health. We definitely need some health. Alright. Oh, we're gonna have a lot of bad guys in here, I think. Let's see. Not seeing any bad guys. I cleared this room and everything looks good. We'll pause for a second. Alright. Yeah, Lamer mentions it's smooth. I don't know. I'm seeing some buffering in the stream, too. I've got the actual live preview up on my screen here. That said, usually when it starts buffering, OBS will give me a warning. It gives me like a little red square in the bottom right corner of OBS. That is to let me know that, you know, the stream is not going good. If I have the live preview open in Firefox, of course YouTube tells you what your stream health is. It'll give you a green for stream health is good, or a red circle meaning it's not going real well. So, but I've got green both in OBS and Firefox. So, but then again, there are other factors you got to take into consideration. Sometimes it has nothing to do with how things are going on my end. Sometimes it's just YouTube servers, and there's really nothing anybody can do about that. Sometimes their servers are kind of slow. You catch them on a bad day. Yeah, Matt King's asking about my system specs. Nothing special. The CPU is AMD FX. It's a 6-core, so it's their, what is it, the AMD FX 6300. I bought this machine about 4 years ago, and it was a pretty good machine when I bought it. Came with an AMD FX 6300, and it came with a NVIDIA 760. Now, the NVIDIA 760, you guys that have been following the channel know, kind of started crapping out on me. It started, you know, giving me some problems, so I had to buy a new graphics card recently, and I went with the NVIDIA 1060. So, all right, let's see if we can find more spiders. So back to this room here. Okay, that's the direction I came from. Okay, something hit me, and I don't know what. Where'd he hit me from? Okay. Something's kind of glitchy with the game. I'm kind of stuck in the spot. Okay. I was stuck. I had to get rid of that box. But something hit me in this room. Oh, this is the balcony. Something's up here. It's upside down on the ceiling. You gotta be kidding me. And he's spitting his venom at me, or whatever they spit. This one's on the floor. Okay, now where is the one that's on the ceiling? Okay, I'm just gonna stay around this pylon, so hopefully when he shoots his stuff. Okay, I see him. It's hard to see him. Okay. Oh, wow. Anyway, it's a pretty intense game. It's pretty cool because it's like a first-person shooter kind of action game, but then it's got like some horror, suspense kind of elements to it too. Oh, they're on the ceiling again. Get him with the sledgehammer. Wow, the sledgehammer actually worked. Let me just shoot him one more time just to make sure. Oh, wow. You know what? I might just need to switch to the sledgehammer. I shot that guy a whole bunch of times when he was first on the ceiling. So maybe I should have just been walking around with a sledgehammer anyway. I've only got 10 health, so I'm really about to die here. I'm just gonna go with the gun and see what happens. Something's shooting something at me. He's got to be on the ceiling. I don't see him though. Yeah, and I never saw that guy. And of course, when we come back to the game, we'd start, you know, where we started that scene, because we didn't get to a save point. I do remember this in the game. You know, sometimes it's a pretty long distance between save points. So, anyway, Serious Sam 3 BFE. Matt King, it's a venomous wall spitter. It probably was. Babbler's asking, did I build the machine? No. I'm not much in the way of tinkering with hardware. I've always, you know, enjoyed just playing with software, but, you know, like building computers never interested me that much. It's not something I enjoy. I know a lot of people love it. For me, I just pay somebody else to build it. It was a custom-built machine, but not by me. And I usually do like small custom shops, you know, have them build things to my specs, mainly because I don't usually buy machines with Windows. As a matter of fact, I never buy anything with Windows anymore, just based on principle. That laptop behind me, that did come with Windows because I needed that particular laptop, or just a laptop in general, when I bought it at the time. The laptop I had been using died and I needed one right away. I was going on a business trip. So I actually did purchase that laptop from Best Buy. It had Windows 8 on it, I think, at the time. I never even booted into Windows 8. Wiped it out immediately. So this, I think, the shop I had bought this from, my desktop, came with, I think they installed Ubuntu's LTS on it. If I can get a machine with Linux pre-installed, that's usually what I do. Or no operating system, and then I just install whatever Linux I want to put on it. I don't like paying for a machine that already has Microsoft Windows on it, though, because you paid for that copy of Windows, even though I would never use it. You know, I did pay the Microsoft tax, for example, when I bought this laptop. Microsoft got a little bit of my money, and I don't like it. Yeah, Morality says hello. Hello. We've got Javad in the chat. Yuri. How are you guys? Yeah, Matt King. Zoonotic is a good one. Urban Terror is a good one. Yeah, those are great games. Free and open source games, too. Mr. F. Last game you really enjoyed was Portal. I haven't really checked out Portal, although apparently it's a popular game. I see a lot of people mention it. Yeah, BZ Flag 2, a classic since at least 2004 in public schools everywhere. Lamer, if I had the money, I would love to build a computer. I got a cheap E-Machines desktop. Yeah. You know, I usually go cheap, or I never go high-end in anything. I try to get by with the cheapest stuff I can, for the most part. That laptop behind me, that's cheap. And even though this desktop, you know, I spent a little bit of money on it 4 years ago. I mean, I've been using it for 4 years. Let's see. Matt, you did the same thing on your laptop, had Windows 10, you nuked the drive first thing. Yeah. Yeah. Because I bought that laptop about 3 years ago. I've been using nothing but Linux for 10 years. So it's been forever since I ran Windows. So I knew I wasn't going to... I'm never going back to Windows. I didn't even want to look at Windows 8 when I brought the thing home and immediately put a thumb drive in and installed. I think I put Ubuntu on that when I first got it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I did, because actually Unity, I remember Unity really good on that laptop because of the smaller screen. I know a lot of people hate Unity. I actually liked it. It made sense. Even though, you know, I like minimal window manager. Speaking of which, while I was playing, I did notice somebody mentioned OpenBox on Debian. Yeah, I made a video on that. Leonard, yeah. You followed my open box on a minimal Debian install. Now have Linux at work and at home. Very cool. Apparently there's a Portal and a Portal 2. Haven't played either one of them. You've been playing Serious Sam in VR, virtual reality. Okay. I like finding great PC deals in pawn shops. That's something I'm actually planning on doing soon. Is to start looking for like really good deals, cheap deals, especially on really old machines. I want to start like some of the distro reviews. You know, a lot of these distros are meant for really ancient hardware. You know, they're real minimal distros like Antics, Puppy, TinyCore, etc. And for that, I would really like to get some old hardware to test those distros on. I think it would be interesting. Let's see. I find Sid Meier's Alpha Centauri is probably my favorite game, although I doubt it's Linux compatible. Never heard of that game. Yeah, Matt King. I started using Linux in 2001, dual booted until 2008, but I've been Windows free since then. Very cool. Steve, you've got a 24-core Xeon workstation on eBay for $150. Works great. Just need a better video card. See, I'm old-fashioned. Monte helps me get work done with no eye candy. Yep. Tim F. is in the chat. How's it going, Tim? Saw you earlier. Tim's everywhere. Yeah, Steve, you have dual 5670s. Yeah. Mr. F, next time I pass a pawn shop, check it out. Yeah, I need to. It's actually something I've been planning on doing. As, you know, looking at some old machines that are just collecting dust in pawn shops, trying to revive them, putting Linux on them. Tim's asking what kind of old hardware am I looking for? Nothing specific. Just, you know, computers that are old. Because you know, a lot of these distros I review, Tim, things like Antics and you know, Puppy, things like that. You know, all those distros that are designed to be really lightweight, minimal, can run on ancient hardware. I want to test ancient hardware, and I really don't have anything terribly old here. So it'd be great to find some machines that were like 12 to 15 years old. Let's see if we can't get a proper Linux install on them. Zeb is in the house. He says, good morning. Good morning, Zeb. It's actually still evening here. It's 11 p.m. here. In another 58 minutes, though, it'll be good morning, Zeb. So, yeah, Tim's asking laptop or desktop preference. Either one, actually, would be fine. Probably just for purposes of storage. If I'm just, you know, having machines around just to test things on, laptops would be easier to store. But I don't mind desktop, you know, having some towers around either. Joe, checking in. Hiya, Derek, and the chat. Hi, Joe. We were just checking out a little bit of Serious Sam 3. I was doing really, really bad at Serious Sam 3. It's a really interesting game. First-person shooter. Okay, and there is something in this hallway that killed me. We gotta find it. Okay. It's not working. The gun just does not do anything, so... The sledgehammer was a one-hit kill, so we're sticking with the sledgehammer. I emptied an entire clip into that one guy, and it did nothing, so... There he is. We gotta let him fall, though. Will he get off the ceiling, or do I need to shoot him to make him get off the ceiling? Maybe that's what I need to do. Man, this game. kill him, or is he coming after me? Okay, I guess we killed him. I guess the gun did work. Anyway. This game is pretty crazy. But we're starting to figure it out. Those things on the ceiling, the sledgehammer is definitely more effective than the gun. Okay, we got more of these egg things here, these pods. I might as well go ahead and just take care of them. Alright. This room here, have we been in it? Doesn't look like there's anything to do in that room. Oh, crap. Got a suicide bomber. You gotta blow him up before he gets to you. That guy that was screaming, he had two bombs, one in each hand. And he was just gonna run straight at you, and if he gets to you, boom. Alright. Something is shooting me. Is there something on the ceiling? Yep. Okay. They gave us some armor. Okay, that's cool. Oh. Alright, yeah. The sledgehammer definitely works better. Okay. We need to start watching the ceiling, though. There he is. He fell. Alright. I think that's where we started. Okay, we're now on the balcony of that area where we started, so I think I need to go back in here. And morality is asking, is this an open source game? It is closed source. This is proprietary software. It does have a Linux client though. This is available in Steam. Serious Sam 3's been out for a couple years. So I guess we do have to go this way. Let's see. There's another room maybe to get to. Is there anything on the ceiling? Yeah, I see him. Dang. Got him. Alright, I'm going to head back to the chat here. No, I ignored you guys there for a second, but that was pretty intense. Yeah, let's see. Did I ever play with a $99 Pine book? If that was to me, no I haven't. A morality, any chance of an open BSD review? Possibly. I've reviewed a couple of BSDs on the channel. I did TrueOS and I did Ghost BSD. So I might take a look at OpenBSD at some point. Might take a look at Dragonfly at some point. People have asked me about both of those before. Morality, I need to listen to some Peter Gabriel, one of my favorite artists. Love Peter Gabriel. Let's see, Mr. F, shoot until they drop, then switch to the sledgehammer. Pro tip, okay. Yeah. Yeah. Tim is talking to Joe. I know two old guys in the Central Time Zone that can't sleep but should. I don't know. I might qualify for a third old guy in the Central Time Zone that should be asleep. Let's see. Steve also, he qualifies, but he's in the Eastern Time Zone. Yeah. Mr. F. Yeah, lulz, the suicide bomber. Yeah, they're interesting. The game is not that politically correct either. Okay, let's see. Yeah, it's Steam game. No, I mean, is it based on Valve source? I'm not sure what the answer to that question would be. Oh, Joe, I like watching live gaming streams, yeah? Again, a lot of these gaming streams here lately is I've been trying really just to take some time away from making videos. Basically, take a little vacation, step back a little bit. So doing something like this requires no work. You know, I don't have to do any kind of research. I don't, you know, when I'm done, I don't have to put video clips together, render video, you know, edit video, edit audio. You know, there's a lot of work in doing the pre-recorded stuff I usually do, you know, the distro reviews and the tutorials and that sort of thing, and I love doing those. But there's some work involved, and I just taking it a little easy the past week or so. You guys been getting some videos from me, but backed off a little bit. So, Lamer is asking about my Steam username. You guys didn't see that? What, Lamer, you were here when I launched the game. You should have seen it in my Steam menu. Uniboner. U-N-A-B-O-N-E. B-O-N-E-R. Uniboner. You know, Unabomber, Uniboner. It's funny, right? And I chose that name because I'm actually a trombonist, so it works on a lot of different levels. So, yeah, Tim, guessing you haven't hit the old 4-0 yet. Yeah, I'm 41 years old, Tim. Morality. Source is the game engine, I think. Left 4 Dead, Half-Life, Counter-Strike. Okay. See, these are the things I don't know. I'm not really hip to the gaming scene. Babbler, you never got Dragonfly BSD to work in VirtualBox? It's an interesting OS, but probably not really ready for the desktop or workstation. No. John's asking about NVIDIA versus AMD on Linux gaming. NVIDIA. Although people tell me the AMD drivers are a lot better than they were when I first started using Linux many years ago. NVIDIA was just where it was at. They're proprietary drivers. You know, they just work. Now, the open source drivers, probably either one of them, NVIDIA, AMD, both of them have pretty good open source drivers. But to do things like I do with the streaming and the gaming, I'm going to get the most I can out of my video card, so I have to use the proprietary drivers, and the NVIDIA cards are just great. Morality. Tromboner is a better term. But Uniboner's pretty cool. I mean, probably not a lot of people remember the Unabomber, though. That's a news story from way back. Tim, wouldn't have guessed it. It's the age, yep. I guess it's good genes. Clean living, I don't know. Try to eat right most of the time. I usually try to hit the gym at least 2 or 3 days a week. Been doing that for the last 3 or 4 years, actually. I've kept a pretty strict regimen as far as spending some time in the gym. So, pretty much the only thing I do negative would be, like tonight, my Yingling Black and Tan. But, like everything else, moderation. So, and I have pretty strict rules to live by, like I will not drink before 9 p.m. at night. You know why? Because I've got to be in bed, you know, a couple hours after 9. So we're not going to drink too many of these. As a matter of fact, I opened this when I started the stream an hour and a half ago. I haven't even drank half this first beer. It's already getting warm on me. Uniboner with an A is the way I spelled it, Joe. U-N-A-B-O-N-E-R. Yeah, Lamer, you sent me a friend request on Steam. I'll check it out. Now, I rarely get on Steam. I never game other than like doing this on the channel, so. Let's see. Yeah, Mr. F, you don't understand how BSD kernel hardening works on kernels. I think that'd make a good advanced level video. Yeah, I would have to figure it out how that works before I did a video on it. But I agree, it would be an interesting topic. Yeah, and the ATI cards, open source drivers work great. Yeah, and that was 10 years ago when I first started in Linux. That was what everybody told you. If you wanted to use the proprietary graphics drivers, you really needed to buy an NVIDIA card. If you wanted to use open source drivers, AMD drivers, the open source drivers, were really good for open source drivers. Now I think it's kind of leveled out. I think both of them have pretty good open source drivers, and both of them, their proprietary drivers, are pretty solid. Yeah, Tim F's mentioning Glenn Miller, one of his favorite trombonists, band leaders. Yeah, Glenn Miller's awesome. I'm not a jazz trombonist, Tim. I'm a classically trained trombonist. I actually have a bachelor and a master's degree in music performance. Worked a little bit on a PhD, never finished it. And at this time, I doubt I'd ever go back and finish it. And it's been many years since the last time I actually worked on that degree. Yeah, Steve mentions it's a great brew. The Yingling Black and Tan. Yeah, it's not a bad beer. I wouldn't say it's, you know, a favorite of mine, but it was something different. I hadn't had one in a long time. So, yeah, Zeb only caught the last session, but Sam looked cool. I'm not a gamer, but I just bought it. Yeah, it's a really cool game, though. The graphics are fantastic. The gameplay, if you like shooters, fantastic. And I like that it's kind of, there's a story to it, too. It kind of has a horror element, too. When you get into, like, some of the dark rooms you can't see, and things are, like, coming out of the walls and the ceiling, and things are hatching out of eggs. It's pretty neat. And Mr. F, props to you, DT. Props to you, Mr. F. Sakis, you should review Ubuntu Studio. Yeah, I think that was the only 1804 release I didn't take a look at, was the Studio release. I did 1710, the Ubuntu Studio 1710, when I first started the channel. So, yeah, unless you are a genius or a millionaire, I see no reason to do a PhD. Well, I just, you know, thought maybe eventually I'd teach college maybe or something. Helps to have a doctorate to find a job, if that's your ultimate goal. Sakis, he's a musician too. What do you play, Sakis? Joe, system specs. Nothing too impressive here, Joe. I don't run high-end equipment at all. This machine is 4 years old. It has an AMD FX 6-core CPU, AMD 6300, FX 6300. The graphics card, I just bought that NVIDIA 1060 a couple of weeks ago. Originally it had an NVIDIA 760 in it, which was a good card, but it was starting to crap out on me, so I needed to change it. Does that mean we have to call you Dr. Tube? No, never finished it. You just call me Mr. Tube. That doesn't have a very nice ring to it, though. Yeah, could you run screen fetch? What do you need screen fetch for? I play, bouzouki for a famous Greek singer called... Okay, I'm not sure what bouzouki is. What kind of instrument is that? I'm not familiar with that one. Anyway, let's just play just a few more seconds of this game here. It's really starting to get interesting. So, I think I need to keep going down this hallway here. There he is. Isn't that something? Oh, that's the egg that thing I'd already killed hatched out of. Something is shooting at me. Got him. I like that. With the mouse wheel, quickly switch to the sledgehammer. Alright. I have absolutely no idea where I'm at now, though. I kind of got turned around there running away from that guy. Okay. It's gonna keep going in this direction, I guess, until I figure out if it's the right way or the wrong way. Okay, we're back on the balcony again. I think we've already been this way. I need to go back this way. Yeah, Steve mentions he's later DistroTube. Later, Steve. What in the heck just hit me? Oh, I see him. Okay, we killed him. Anyway, it's starting to get kind of late here. Well, we've streamed, I don't know, for about an hour here, huh? Very cool game, though. You guys get the picture, and of course, the game can be very long. This campaign that you run here in single-player mode takes a while. And at the end of these levels, there's going to be some big boss to kill. And he's going to be like, he's going to fill a whole room, and he's going to have some real badass weapons, and he probably would kill me quickly, so it's good to stop before I get to that point. Morality's asking about my accent. I am in Louisiana. I've had a few people ask me about the accent. They can't quite place it. Usually they can guess I'm somewhere in the southern U.S., but not exactly where. Yeah, bouzouki is a Greek instrument. Think of Zorba music. Okay, very cool. Scott, Zeb, you, Distro, and EB should live stream ATS or ETS at the same time. I actually have never purchased the trucker games that Zeb and EB love so much. There's one other YouTuber, Linux YouTuber, that loves Euro trucks. Is that Linux and other stuff? I know he loves the truck too. It would be kind of cool, dueling truck streams. Anyway, I'm just gonna go through the chat here before we call it an evening here. Joel says, hey DT, can't stay, but just wanted to drop by and say keep up the great content. Thank you, Joel. It was easy content tonight. We just opened up Steam and started playing. One thing I love about live streams is the lack of editing. When I click the stop streaming button, it's on YouTube. Usually when I do my videos, and I have actually done a video on my channel before of some of the tools I use to record my videos, edit my videos. You know, it's a lengthy process. A lot of times I'll have, half an hour or so of video that I need to render, clip together, render, sometimes edit. Usually edit the audio, filter out some noise. I don't have to do any of that on a live stream. Live, what you see is what you get. There's no going back and changing anything. And I'm cool with that. Some people aren't. Some people are afraid they might say something wrong, make a mistake, do something that makes them look like an idiot on a live stream. You guys that have watched some of my live streams know I don't care. Yeah, there is a multiplayer for ETS2 that works in Linux. Okay. Maybe one day I'll check out the trucking game. doesn't really seem that interesting to me. But again, I don't game, really. Not much of a gamer. Things like these first-person shooters are cool with me because they don't take very long. I mean, if I want to join some first-person shooter and play it for 5 minutes, you know, play one game, join a room, frag as many people as I can, get out, call it a day. I really don't like games that take weeks or months to finish. I don't like massive multiplayer online stuff, no role-playing stuff. I don't even want to try anything like that. It takes up too much of my time, and I have almost no free time. So, yeah, DT, other stuff, yeah, Linux and other stuff, does the truck videos. Morality, thoughts on System D. I have no issues with System D. It's fine. I'm running Manjaro, uses System D. Solus uses System D. I've run some distros that didn't. I mean, I had Antics on this machine a couple of months ago. Calculate Linux I had on this machine about a month ago. They don't use System D. I'm fine with them as long as my machine boots up. I really don't care what init system is installed. Yeah, Joe, his i7 is nearly 4.5 years old. He's got the FX 8370. Joe, you're going to build an AMD Ryzen with the money from the Intel sell-off, perhaps? Very cool. I would love to get a new rig with a Ryzen. If I had the money, I'd really love to get a Threadripper. There's no way I'm going to be able to afford that, though. Yeah, Tux, NeoFetch, ScreenFetch. Yeah, I actually do have NeoFetch, I think, installed here in Manjaro. I never use it, though. Like, I don't put it in my bash RC file. I don't have it to where it loads every time I open a terminal, because it slows things down. It takes a half a second or whatever for that thing to load on my terminal. Most of the time I open a terminal, I just want to instantly have a prompt so I can start typing. But I do have NeoFetch here. Yeah, Babbler, it sounds very stereotypically U.S. Southern to me. I feel like you don't hear that in younger Southerners as much. But I could be wrong. Yeah, Tim. Make sure to do a thumbs up for DT. Thank you, Tim. Alright, I think I'm going to kill the stream here in another couple of minutes. Been streaming for, I don't know, about an hour and 15. Really didn't have anything planned at all today. Again, basically just taking a day off from the channel, but I figured, you know what, let's just do something kind of fun, something kind of goofy. Serious Sam 3. Pretty cool game, though. I'm glad I bought the game and installed it. I might, play it a little bit. Like once a month, play, one little short segment of one of these campaigns. Just to get through a level, and then a month later, try to get through the next level. Yeah, Mystery F. Thanks for the fun, cool content for the false GNU Linux crowd. Yep. Yeah, tomorrow I'm going to get back into some of the Linux stuff, the more serious stuff I usually do. I know I've got a distro I want to review sometime tomorrow, probably early in the day. I record that early afternoon. It'll probably be up on YouTube. So, got at least one distro review I'm going to do tomorrow. Yeah, Babbler, I was thinking of going with Void Linux without Systemd, but I realized my problem with Systemd was philosophically, so I just went Nix OS instead, yeah? Yeah, Morality, notice I pronounced the /etc folder, Etsy, rather than etc. Yeah, because it's easier to say as far as fewer syllables. A lot of times in the geek speak world, we try to simplify some of these names as much as we can. I mean, etc. That's 4 syllables. Etsy, 2 syllables. So you'll hear a lot of people actually call it the /Etsy folder. Pusang, do they still like pro wrestling in Louisiana? They love it down here. Matter of fact, WWE was in town a couple of weeks ago here. I don't go to that kind of thing. I don't follow it. But yeah, people love pro wrestling. Babbler, good night, take care. Good night, Babbler. Pusang, thumbed up. Appreciate that, Pusang. Yep, Tim, you still taking your cold medicine? Hope you feel better. Tim says, thanks for another one. Take care, guys. Joe, the life of a PC tech, huh? Yeah, Lamer, you would love to live stream, but your computer isn't that great. Also, your internet isn't that great. Yeah. To live stream, you really need a good video card. And yeah, you need decent internet. Okay, guys. Well, I'm going to go ahead and shut her down for the evening. I want to thank everybody that's still in the stream. Babbler, Joe, Morality, Mr. F, Pusang, Sakas, Lamer, Tim. Of course, all the people that showed up earlier in the stream. Before I go, do need to do a special thanks to all my patrons. A.K. Ron, Mr. Neely Pops, John, Brian, Carl, Greg, Carlos, Rob, Matt, Darkwin, Mark, Christian, Jake, Benjamin, Stephen D, Stephen Z, Marcus, Interceptor, Bob, Leor, Omar, Silvio, David, Alex, Eduardo. You guys are awesome. You guys help make this show possible. Peace, guys.